Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Razor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Queen of Pain. Dire team pick.
challenge.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds Dire remaining. Team pick.
Bang.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Morphling.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Grimstroke.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. You may now select your heroes.
Like, we haven't seen her played a lot, right? So, actually, on the Dream League Major, there was one pick, I believe it was Witchy Gaming, that played the full bug strat. They went like Brood, Nyx, Weaver, they went with all the bugs and they demolished the enemy team. Basically, this Brood Mother is a fast-paced hero, like a tempo controller that you just, yeah, tips for the 3-3, tips for his Brood, because you have to tip him. He's playing a Brood Mother last pick, that's just nasty. Oh, this could prove to be a little bit problematic for the Brood Mother though. I believe she should dominate this lane still. I think she wins hands down easily versus the Razor. But I've seen some matchups, like Furion versus Razor, Brood versus Razor, in which if Razor maxes his unstable current, like it's been changed, it zaps the spiders, it zaps the treants. However, I think still that Brood Mother is just completely favored on this mid lane, and she's left unchecked, she's just gonna demolish.
Там и перед, и во время инта, когда Бруда прям была...
应该不做这个考虑了。
30 seconds
That
to
meatball
battle.
game yesterday. Yeah. The thing is, you can't pressure her. You can rotate perhaps around that mid lane, but that's not gonna work. She's still gonna just pop a couple of webs in the woods and farm the jungle. She won't really care, and that's your biggest problem. Like, you can't shut this hero down on the lane. There are some counters like perhaps Kunkka and maybe Tiny. They work really well, but obviously EHOME, it's too late. They only have this Razor on the mid lane. Rasta also scouting for that. On the flip side though, on the side of EHOME, what you have to be thinking about, you have to get an early puzzle on the Doom, have Grimstroke versus Brood as well, those just amplify his first spell. So overall, Stroke of Fate is really good versus Brood later on to defend. In the beginning, because you can run over the cliffs and you can also just go to the jungle, so he can take, like, he can dominate maybe at first, waves that he has to, because later on it's just Brood. Yeah, he's living life on the edge as he started off with the Shadow Strike. At the same time, Saxa is just pulling, right, creeping, and you can't really be fighting or pressuring that Wraith King after that happened. So Grimstroke, he started with Fate, not with Inkswell, so he's pushing out a lot of damage right now. If you're perhaps using these mangoes, poking, and just waiting for your levels is the right option. This is a really strong combination of heroes, Rich Shock plus Great King. This is an old school combo. You have the X-Spell stun into the X-Spell that is, and that can be very dangerous for the Rasta or Queen of Pain. I think he would have... He could have went for the X-Spell, but I believe that you were kind of thinking maybe Pop goes for Blink, and that's why he didn't. X-Spell also got nerfed, and it costs a little bit more mana. Overall, you can spam out Stroke of Fate a little bit better, so that's the reasoning behind that spell level. I think on level 3 you're gonna have the Silence, the Fate and the X-Spell, and that's your chance to actually win that lane. See that he went 2 levels into current, so he has thought about this and he understands this matchup very well. This is his only chance to win it, and so far he's doing alright. He has 15 CS. Some of that CS is from the spider lights, and they give out. That's like 3 to 9. Later on, we almost like see this Razor like 20-30 CS ahead, but the net worth is really very similar. We're gonna have to wait and see what Dominator builds the medallion into Diffusal. There are many pathways and all of them pretty legit in this game. They look good. Like Diffusal is Great King, the Dominator is good pressure. Good brood. Have to itemize for late as kind of scale progressively. You have two peaks in the game, so I believe she can go for Dominator or Diffusal early on and just apply pressure across the map. I think that's what you have to do. If you aren't applying pressure, you're doing... Right now she's just jungling, but later on, few minutes we're slowly attempting to take down this tier 1 on the mid lane. The lane that we haven't really talked much about, not talking about the bottom lane with Zhao 8, with the Director playing on that dome, and he knows what he needs to do in this situation. I believe he does at least, because that Crimson Guard is a game-winning item for them. If they get it online before gets online, they could perhaps pressure her instead of being pressured. Those Broodlings and the Brood himself tickle you if you have the Crimson Guard on. On top lane, Saksa gets really low in slow.
Final hit never ends.
It is only right that first blood should go
It's
to
our
your
first move
team.
of the Grand Finals,
On
but...
the grand final.
He's a pain, though, very tanky, beefy boy, something that PPD likes to play. It's very hard to die, even if you are out of position somewhere deep in 40s. And the third one on the top lane, so Saksa. Small winter. Some X-Pro play. Already, they just won the game. Great King also, that radiance. That I think is person brood. So if you can manage to get the radiant, Great King on the timing and then like Crimson Guard, something similar to Zhao 8, definitely mitigate the damage coming from the and the brood itself. However, we haven't talked at all is Morphling and Ace. And Morphling has been like one of the top contested heroes of the meta right now. After in this tournament it has been Drow and Sven, right? But Morphling, this hero can just take control of the game. Yeah. I mean, he has been picked a lot, but pretty much in the last few days. Let's see what's happening on mid.
Lane they'll go. Spider ladies and don't rotate method. Why but they've got now over here on 60. But it's the perfect time for their
Is the perfect time for him. He has finished that medallion instantly as he finishes it, as the courier delivers it. Saksa is in the right position to shackle the Razor and they punish him. And now
And look at all those spiders just falling over, and it's a triple
kill for Brood Mother this
Oh, and they're still going. Listen, they're gonna go chasing after force fire. Right back in again. They're trying to burn down all these spots and webs. They're gonna be able to find a bot jumping forward. R30, he doesn't want to die again. He can't afford to have that walk of shame again. He's gonna get taken down. The TPs are coming out immediately now from EHOME. They're trying to punish them, and it's just little old Saxa who's left over here. I think everyone else should away.
Gonna try to TP, but it's
gonna get out. No, it was a nice try, but never read after.
But at the same time, he just forced Rubik, Freight King, and Doom to run behind their own tier 2 in between the tier 3 and tier 2. Like, he created space. Saxa is the space master right now. He's happy with that. And meanwhile, 3-3 getting a triple kill.
That is the...
That's... that... 1,000 gold after completing that medallion. I believe in that career he has great bands, actually. 2 great bands on it, so he's gonna hit even harder. Gonna be here with the medallion. This Razor on the mid lane, I don't think it as long as the spider is in the woods. Once the spider comes and gets you, you need to run. Like, no way for you to stay on that.
Although bottom lane still. Nice. Up into them.
They're trying to pressure Ace more. Can't pressure the Brood Mother. That gives Ace to Fata just to be far. Quite a lot of pressure, help the Brood out. They managed to win that crucial first team fight around the Brood Mother, and that is so... As now the Brood... Yeah, contested that mid lane has been abandoned by Ferrari just in the jungle farming the creep. He realizes that mid lane is any... Bottom lane?
Ace amateur can. Down if they don't have they want to take down this Morphling. Great Fire Blast finally gonna be up and running though.
That's a really good kick. Got on top lane, I believe.
Play the shackles comes, but it is
It's yeah.
high, but you don't. Chase him down in a few things.
What are you doing? You can't show up mid. Just go to the jungle. Jungle is yours. Like he tried showing up with Brood there instantly. Rubik, yeah, he did try to port in, but there is very little. Fate Bolt works really well versus the spider lanes. The Brood was the problem in that scenario as she was running after Razor too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That's
attack.
true.
That should help.
Okay, gold after 2 race bands and medallion working.
Radiant's bottom tower has
That's
fallen.
gonna be the build.
Dire's
Medallion
top tower is
and
under
use of this is
attack.
basically early pressure item build that also allows you to scale fairly well, but most importantly, it only most importantly, get that mana 3 versus 4 rate, so that's some catch
Dire's
potential
top
because you
tower has fallen.
I think it's better if we just creep stroke there. As you see, spiders, even with the deals significant amount of damage to them, one-shots them early on. I'm actually surprised he didn't go
Radiant
for levels of
structures
stroke
are
of 8.
fortified.
But at the same time, I realized when he went for Phantoms and Razor was so good in this game versus
Dire's middle tower is under
Pain.
attack.
Tier 1.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Top defender. That's wait. Aren't you just finishing the jungle as well? Shao 18. same time, you need that too. You need the same goes for Pain to be able to catch her as well. So there are questions left unanswered for.
Haste!
Yeah, you problems here. No, he's gonna haste. Yeah, just snatches that brain sap. Blink might prove very important for EHOME as well. Let's allow them to perhaps catch that Queen of Pain or up in the air and then to follow up. But he only has boost to get because they lost their lanes and now the cores have to recover, and it's always the position 4 that suffers in this kind of a scenario because you have no lane to farm, you have no lane to move. Under mid on the race.
Lane towards taken down with a mighty nuke.
That's the defusal. The moment 3-3 gets a new item, he instantly converts it into a good. Far 3-3 has been on the receiving end every single time. But the Brood can rotate.
Not up.
Brood is coming.
But in the mama's angry and she's gonna go chasing after the side of EHOME right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. Yeah, sir. Perhaps if he planted them on the high ground, it would have been better, but at the same time that would block Rubik from running away. Broodmother also rotated. Alright, they're all. Yeah, I'm tanky. Yeah, I have the network advantage, but I can't just run in violent. So when the last Razor has 30 more than Brood, but he is 3k behind, 3.1k behind. It's all the spider lights. Spider lights, they do not matter way too much. 3 and 9 gold, that's not a lot. Just a bit.
Tiny bit.
When you die 4 times and you're 0, it does help. Breaking it is Sacred Valley right now. So breaking is that
Radiant or
very
scanning?
important. Well, the smoke is coming from NIP as well, as PPD has smoked himself and we're gonna run into each other.
Tank doesn't gank them well. But silent.
Kata has to be careful. Don't lift.
With me.
Yeah, he had the high ground advantage there.
It's good placed.
Dire
Maybe
are
he had
scanning.
an opportunity to lift him, but Putt was in smoke and had a high ground advantage, so he definitely can't get out here. Reacts well. So hard, he died 4 times on that mid. Managed to finish that Athos. It's not the perfect timing, but he has phases. Like right now, he's a hero. He can help you out. He can perhaps Athos that Broodmother, or the Queen of Pain, or even the Morph. And he's useful. From this moment on, he's useful. He's not just that hero that runs mid and dies, and then you have to port 3 heroes there to try and help him, and he still dies, and then you're like, alright, now we're mid, and everyone else is farming on their side. We just wasted all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fighters, there's so many of them. Why? Just get devoured.
Fine is there. Double doom.
Next over there, gets the double doom off, followed by the Sonic Queen. Are they going to be able to find the still Saxa? He's going to be able to... right back up again, just to be taken back down.
Yeah, he dies. He's just short.
Oh, now 8. He tried to TP out. He's not going to be able to.
So they take down 3 of them. They twice, which is a really long cooldown, 200 seconds. That's only level 1 cooldown. This isn't really the place that the Great King wants to be, but he has to be there because his Razor had such a rough laning stage. And when that happens, you basically have to just think about it this way. If I go back and just farm and he farms, they're just going to take it across the map completely, and none of us will get anything. This way at least he's giving the opportunity for that Razor to recover. But it's a really bad moment for him. I can't sugarcoat it. That relic was, that Radiance was 200 gold away. He died, yeah, and he also died with a level 1 ulti as he's level 11. So close to big things, and they punished him. Aggressive movements across the entire jungle. We're gonna see these moves on the tier 2s as well, as the top tier 2 is already pinged out. We see Radiance running with Great King running there. He's not on with the he's not only the Radiance. He
Now
hits
he
a
kind of
bit.
feels.
Right now he is, yeah. Radiance is running around on that top lane.
Now they can be fine. They want to person down quickly, but already but they're going to get.
Is there a BKB?
They get that silence up. BKB coming out from 33. He's going to try to fight through Zhao 8. He's punching away at him. They'll get the almost got the ward on the other side. Now from the ring. 10. Oh, he never tried to run himself back.
He juked him.
They cannot find him though. He's waiting.
Yeah, that's a really good place through there. They expected him to run across the trees and onto his high ground, but he just ported away instead. Very well played. Manages to survive. 36 seconds, yeah, it's very... But that level 15 on Broodmother is so important because you have 20% cooldown reduction, which works on BKB and your ult. And suddenly this Mother can rejoin fights 3 times in a row. That's just very hard to deal with. Now the question is anything I don't think so. Off on that top. Maybe. One's there.
Help out. He's got that BP top. He's going to take that before got that nightmare. Down, Razor. They'll find the kill, and now they're having to run himself away, but they stop over here on the ring. He can't afford to go down right now. Rainfire Blast will hit you as they have their own doom, and they're going to use that Sonic Wave. Down, Reincarnation was right back up again at 30. Now 8. Down, but okay.
Okay, Great King died once, but that's the long term. If they lost the raid, can't tell you. They only got the PPDI. They lost the Razor for PPD, which is really great, but they're best position either, so trades are... Well, not the trades that you want to be making, as you did use them well on that mid lane. It also opens up the opportunity for an IQ side of the map around as we see deeper in the jungle and for the top. Then you can work with the board. I believe that's the play. There we go with the medallion as well. This rush is going very fast. It is still 3 food. 3 spiders in the entire jungle. That's efficiency coming from 3 trees to spiders as well. Not only playing this brood. Spiders can be played like hogs or right? You can always cross the map to give you vision. Guys, plays this much fun. Just information, right? Information. You can't go for the run unless you... Spiders are moving on the map and you see one of the heroes of them. Alerted that they can't contest. Ritos. almost connected on him, and if it did, he was that queen. That tool is she was it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, every single I've seen has one. Earlier, he started as negated all the damage from. I guess it's too late now. Just going for that, she was. It kind of serves the same purpose, right? It mitigates the damage, but some damage was
Shame on you.
spider lanes and
Dire's
hands
top
out
tower
the
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Top lane, though.
and they get him. That blink dagger will provide great paying off right there as they take the Aegis away from the north. Play by them. That DD. Well, smoke is there. Aegis and there's no, but look at PPD. Is the one that's so deep that even if connects, it's most him. He's going back now though, and cares way too much. That's the problem. Like there's PPD just being PPD. He's standing there. If you want to smoke, you have to go through him. And PPD is irrelevant. You don't want to kill him. You don't kill that position by pain. And on the other side, there's Brood farming your jungle, and she's just moving from high ground to low ground on that cliff, and you can't catch her either. Big problem when you want to be making moves across the map, but you can't. They're just stopping you. Mission team from NIP is way too strong.
Immediately, they'll just blow him up.
Dire's middle tower is under
Making
attack.
moves for that tier 2 on the mid lane, while the rest of this circles
middle
around
tower
that top
is
tier 2,
falling.
which is gonna fast as well. They basically took
Dire's
both of the
top
dire
tower
jungle.
is under attack.
Haste!
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That BKB piercing ability. Great as well. Well, it is the right item in the current situation. BKB on the Razor, he way too fast. 5-0, having the great. The hero that we aren't really talking a lot about so far is Bart. He's left unchecked. He died once with Aegis, but whatever. He doesn't really. He has that manta. He's moving to.
For the track!
Is particularly except the Raider. You'll play versus Soulfly, don't you?
All mine.
And later on, the amount of space that he
The Hex. Nope, no. Get back up again. The Atos gets new socks. A nice nightmare coming up. Self out. The man's for his full connects on it. Wait, bad wait.
can get sucks up. I need. Any lot.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That very important. On the spot.
Now, KP and the Doom as his mother tries
Has
to
fallen.
back off. They stop keeping Nightmare and
Playing with
no,
himself.
it's going to be again.
One that Bane, one that Rasta, and time to strike. That, however, has been you, and they don't have that work. Have to be careful. I believe they're gonna retreat away from the right radiant jungle. Yeah, you have more weight catching, maybe, but that's time he has itemized in such a way that it makes them harder to catch. You have this link as you're gonna have this link at 1000 gold. Even with that link, you're still in Fate Ball play. That gives you time to start shredding. Top lane as well.
Big pops that.
Yeah, with the Raid King rot. Having to go back region now, fight another day.
Everyone.
The games are not long, or not as long as in Zhao 8's time or Ferrari's time, so you need to BKB early. They have adapted to the new times, playing with the new kit on their own level. They got the BKBs as well. You have the BKB on the Razor, you have the BKB Zhao 8 too. They understand the argument.
Haste.
Late game. Right, this itemizes in items such as Spark Resonance. You can see the teaser. As they have that morphing. Have the green. That extra burst of and perhaps Void. These are my top 3 late game buy because they have one spell that completes your hero out of the game. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You're just running around, able to cast any damage, so always that always get that rush 3 with the bleed. Smoke on top.
Immediately.
Try to jump in and force stomp him. That's enough. Maybe this tier 1 on the top lane. Maybe board up this cliff and tier 1 on the top.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Razor is not there though.
Radiant's top
They are
tower
just-
is under attack.
Patiently, without going in.
What is going in
Go
though?
has that BKB immediately begins into place. It does have reincarnation up. Go and they get that zoom off, they'll be able to go get the 2x2. As they're chasing them down, that's a lot of damage here. Are they gonna be able to take them out? Yeah, they'll be able to finally take down their serpent lords. And of course, around, wait for back and forth. Have those shadows. Just come right back up again. Ace will be able to stop a kill. And Fata, think
Dire's
about it.
bottom
There's that
tower is under
backer,
attack.
they'll get the chapter behind. Still coming out from Zhao 8, but the lines this Q called up with the Sonic Wave. Zhao 8, he can knock back a Peter. Real fun. Ace coming out, will be able to cancel. 430 trying to run himself away from Ace. This game is just all Razor. We've got the double link coming out here. And essentially 8. Zhao 8, he wants to try to fight this up. Fight it so fast. Can they mock? Yes, that's a double.
Yes, they can. That's the Morphling showing up when it was necessary for his team because it looked rough to be honest.
Blinks, look at
Just turns into Razor and takes his own damage. You're gonna my damage for sure. I'm gonna steal yours as well. Just give it back. You anyway. 3-3, he just ran in. He created so much space in that fight. He did pay with his life at the end, but he also ate the Doom. So much easier for his team to play around. There's like team fights when you're starting. Always need some hero that's just gonna create chaos and give you information, and that's exactly what he did. Some players might think that that wasn't the right action because he paid with his life, but it is because he is teammates. Then they can act accordingly. Then they have the vision and the necessary chaos required for them to just jump in and deal the.
For my coffers.
that ship.
This is the Ace's game, right? 3-3 is just gonna be running around the same way he ran in that last fight, baiting them to use big spells on you, such as Link from the Razor. That Link from the Razor is a very big spell for team fights, and this rush is very big, but I believe he's very fast again. That assault burst on the Brood Mother, there's cheese now on her, double damage. Just dies way too fast, there's no way EHOME wins that. They need to know. So what does EHOME? Good lane?
Get that soul
Get a
line.
good. They need a good soul line from them. About Grimstroke.
Should have been you.
About their item builds as well. I mentioned Greaves, I mentioned Crimson Guard and Vlad before. Those three items are so important if you have heroes that can build them, like utility. At the same time, when you look outside of EHOME, they're building two shields. Like one Razor and the other one
Knocks on it. He comes out the Fiend script though, they have it. Right back up again, he
Nice
plays himself
blink.
out the Bata. All these
Has
spiders,
support.
they support Blink. If they want this, they should be able to find him the Aether, and he just
he melts so fast, that's just... Oh, even when he buys that Mjolnir, it's gonna help him, but he's still gonna die just as fast. Where's the Crimson to help you? Where's the Vlads? Where are these utility items on the side of EHOME that are supposed to be there? You have to do, you have to raise, have these heroes that can carry the items, but they aren't buying. But that's Doom. Like, you can't expect a lot from him because he always has a lot of gold. Has plus 150 talent, Devour Bones talent that is. Like, he's usually the hero that does scale really well into the late game because of his talents and the fact that he has a built-in Midas. So you have to utilize that gold from him. And the fact that 430 has a Shivas and also Doom. Double Shivas isn't bad, that's a lot of damage, that's a lot of, like, versus the Brood Mother. Doesn't help the breaking at all.
Like they jump over onto the Rubik Spider. He's making the space right on his that wait, they're not. That Aether down right now. Stand up with that plasma. Nightmare and like that.
Interesting that they didn't try to take down that right, because it's only 100 HP away and the Ace has an Aegis. I expected them to take it, but there is the grand finals. Your kids are playing with you a little bit. These are very experienced players, definitely, but don't want to risk anything. You're in the driver's seat right now. You're in the chance to recover. Discipline is definitely there. Shadow as well, he has enough gold. Free complete.
Fortune's changed. Invisibility.
Dire are scanning.
With the Shivas, you have enough mana to blink in and
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
pressure is bad, but over. I just don't see the scenario in which NIP allows you to jump in. And after all, you have the Grimstroke. You're already able to use that to execute with the soul.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Top lane, Atos on the Wraith King.
chases them.
They find 3 great kills. First that on the Queen of Pain, then on the Rasta, and then 3-3 falls as well as he tries to port away. That was a little bit too aggressive. Yeah, you're winning, and they did show discipline on that high ground, but right now that was a reckless movement from Fata from Queen of Pain, as he died without using BKB, without using that shield. He died items as he got Doom, and the Doom wasn't that great as well. It came before the Soulbind, but it did give them the chance to take down, which is obviously good for them as they are turning that into the tier 2 on the mid lane. Perhaps, yeah, they forced the buyback from the Brood.
Battle of the
Skellies are there, yeah, great.
Skelly and Army. Buyback. Arma.
Skellies please. It's actually getting that as well as the Skadi link and Tana's very scary morphing ready. That buyback, the fact that they managed to force the buyback from 3-3 is actually big for EHOME, as if you take this next fight round and you manage to kill 3-3 again, the game is completely broken half, and perhaps you can even hide off of that. AC also great. I really love the fact that he did that. He had it queued up before, but he turned it into AC. I believe AC is a much better option for it. Yeah, they're getting these items, they're recovering. Less than 1k, Wraith King is on. Second spot is Brood. Yeah, she has 20,000 net. She does not do as much as this Wraith King, 20,000 net. She just doesn't applies the gold as well, as she gets the gold much easier. That's the balance. Perhaps right now, as that agonist is completed, if he jumps in, if he's that IP to down, it's gonna be hard for them to dish out